proud of necessarily, but no, sure, why not proud? Yeah, I want to come out of this with something that I'm proud of. Hi, I'm Kayla Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. I definitely forgot to record my intro, but this is my last week of NaNo. It's like just after 7 because I had a hard time waking up this morning, as I usually do when I have to get up early. But I have coffee, I have banana cookies, got about an hour before I need to log in for work, so we are going to try to knuckle down and actually get some writing done and pivot me into being a morning writer again, which was traditionally more productive than trying to force myself to write at the end of the day when I'm like exhausted and worn out. So wish me luck. Yesterday I wrote a bunch more after work, and it was nice to have like actually started on my writing in the morning and kind of like fall back into that pattern. But today I have a group meeting for my dreaded group project for my business communications class, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to actually work after work. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to write after my day job and my group meeting. That's my alarm. It is the 90s X-Men theme, because like nothing gets you started like a superhero theme in the morning, and it's the best one. I'll fight you about it. Now I need more coffee and then I have to work. So it's just after 7 and I went to bed last night with 500 words between me and yesterday's goal of 40,008 words. At the time I felt kind of weird about it because like you can push through, you can write 500 more words. That's true, I probably could have. But when I went to bed, it was like my bedtime and I was tired. And if I had tried to push through for those extra 500 words, I could have done it maybe quickly, but they would have been trash and I would have had to get rid of them later anyways. Or I could have really pushed for it and tried to make it something I didn't hate, but then like been up quite a bit later, and then maybe I wouldn't have gotten up this morning for writing time. And I'm finding that NaNo is really teaching me those skills that I already learned in like the first half of this year and then promptly forgot. Going to bed was exactly the right thing to do yesterday, because last night looking at those next 500 words in the scene that I was working on seemed like totally inconceivable. It seemed like something that I could not figure out how to do. I just like didn't have the words. I didn't know what direction I wanted to go. I'm working on the first time that my characters sleep together, and it's an erotica novel, so it's like important to get that right, I feel. And I just didn't have it. I just didn't know where I wanted to go with that. But today, this morning, after deciding to stop writing a little bit early yesterday and not necessarily hit my word count, but like give myself that break, it came super easily. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. As soon as I opened my document and actually started writing, it came so quickly and so easily. I've written about 800 words this morning. I almost said 8,000, could you imagine? I have not written 8,000 words this morning. I wrote about 800 words this morning. So the problem with my whole like writing before work thing is that unlike at nighttime when I can just go without some sleep if I want to keep writing, I can just stay up past my bedtime, I can't really just keep writing through my work time. I do have to like close my computer and log into my work computer and start my day, which is really unfortunate because I'm in the middle of a scene I like. I'm writing their first date. I just kind of skipped it because I'm really bad at writing flirting, so I didn't feel comfortable writing like proper dates, so I just skipped it, and now I'm writing it and I'm really liking it and I think it's going really well, and I don't want to lose that momentum, but I have to because I have to go pay my bills. I would just like it on record that I did not film in this t-shirt 2 days in a row. I'm not quite that honest about how I live my life on camera. This is like a t-shirt length, like a regular, and this is a crop top of the same shirt. So I did wear the same shirt, but it was a different one of the same shirt, I promise. I did that thing that I do where I don't push myself to write early in the morning because I have no structure to my day, because I have a completely free day. I have nothing that I need to do. So I keep telling myself that I can write later. I can write this afternoon. I can write this evening. I can just push it off indefinitely. And I create a situation where I never actually sit down to do it, but I also don't let myself off the hook for it. And I need to figure out a way to like kickstart myself into writing, because I've put myself into a funk that doesn't really inspire me to be creative. You know, I've never really understood the idea that like writers are depressed and it helps you be creative, because when I'm depressed, I don't want to create. I want to take naps for 18 hours a day. So I have some tea and I have a cat. So I think I'm just gonna set a timer and kind of force myself to write. I'll start with 10 minutes and then 15 and then 20 and kind of try to build up a little bit of endurance there and get a few writing sprints in. The Courtney Project does have a writing stream tonight at I think 7 p.m. my time, which I'm 1000% gonna join. There's something about the way that she does her live streams which is just really good for me creatively. I find it really easy to get into the pattern with her. I think it's because she's quite no nonsense, and I need that. I need that like push of no nonsense, we're here to write, let's fucking do it. Today has really been about teaching myself stuff that I already know about my process. Like, I know that I need to prioritize writing or I won't get any of it done. And I know that if I put on a sprint and I just force myself to actually encounter my manuscript for a little while, I'll probably do just fine and probably get some writing done, which is exactly what happened. I put on a couple of sprints and I actually managed to do some work. I actually managed to get some stuff done. And now I'm feeling like more inspired to keep writing. I really just am one of those people that needs to make a point of like pushing past the blah, like pushing past my own inclination to not focus and not work the way that I know I should, because I'm a little bit lazy. No. Why are you like this? Today's an example of me honoring the fact that I don't always want to like push with my writing. I hit my word count goal, I'm a little bit over, so I'm not worried about going into the last couple of days of NaNo with like word deficit, but I'm also not pushing for a lead so I can get an early win. I just don't really have it in me. I did an extra sprint after I'd hit my word count goal to see if my slowing down had more to do with feeling like, well, I can be done for the day, so maybe I should be, or if I was actually feeling like I was at the bottom of my brain and I just like didn't have it in me to keep pushing. And I don't have it in me to keep pushing. I probably could, like I could make words happen, but that doesn't feel like generative or good. Like, I'm not excited about that idea. I'm just gonna call it for the night. And it's weird to think that I feel strange about hitting my word count goal and then stopping. Like, that's the point. You only need to hit that goal. So like, I'm not in any way failing by hitting that goal and then stopping. But like with a lot of NaNo things, there's that sort of emphasis around like really pushing and really making it and like hitting 50,000 as soon as you can. And there's like a glorification of those like big 7,000 word days like last Sunday, which is great. Those days are good, and when you're like really feeling passionate about it, those days can be wonderful. But also, those days can really burn you out. The day after I did that, I did not write very well, or I didn't write a lot. I wrote okay, but I think it was only like a few hundred words. So it's important for me to remember that like on days when I push really hard, they can have a negative knock-on effect on the next day. So at 7, my alarm just went off. I have coffee, I have oatmeal. There's no real reason that I shouldn't be able to write, except that today is my first day of like actually doing my own work at my new job. I had training for the last couple of weeks and I've been shadowing people, but I'm like 99% sure that today is the day where I start processing my own applications, and I'm very nervous about that. So I'm not sure how my like nervous brain will interact with my desire to be creative brain. So it's like 8 a.m. and I've written basically nothing today. I think I got like a couple hundred words done, but that's fine. I can write after work, and I at least tried, which is like what really counts for me. So unexpected filming. It's like 11:15, which is not at all in line with the like just recording in the morning thing that I've been doing. But I finished my NaNo a day early, which is like very unusual for me. I haven't won NaNo in like several years because I haven't actually been, I guess, motivated enough to like really make an effort for it. And this year I really was, and it was really rewarding, and it feels so good to have won again after so long. I like really can't overstate just how stoked it makes me. Even though I wrote between two projects, I wasn't like strictly a NaNo traditionalist, which is unusual for me, but like whatever, the win feels so fucking good. It was during a Courtney live stream because she puts that like good stink on it. She has the magic sauce that really like helps motivate me to write. So I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to say that I won my NaNo writing a spicy scene, and it's like the best spicy scene in the book, and now my cat is gonna eat her crunchies, which is loud. I just wanted to, you know, come here and film and say that I did it. I finished. I'm at almost 51,000 words right now, and I just, like, I could not be more stoked. But yeah, I just wanted to share it with you because I've been like sharing so much with you. It feels like the expectation that I'll share with you, and that's like a good expectation. It's a good feeling. It's about 7:45 and I'm calling it for the year. My grand total for NaNo 2021 is 51,383. I could write after work, but I think that I'm going to work on some of the plotting stuff I've been putting off for my secret project in favor of being generative with drafting, and I'd like to edit this video so I can get it out sooner rather than later. I'm gonna do a NaNo after action report and talk about my feelings and what I wrote and how it actually broke down later. But this vlog is for all intents and purposes done. As always, thank you so much for being here and watching this video, being with me for the last week of NaNo, being with me for any of my NaNo videos. It's been a really productive and wonderful year, and part of that is that I've had you guys as accountability buddies. So I hope that your NaNo was productive and fun. If you were looking for me anywhere else, you can find me pretty much everywhere as Kayla Amanda. That is Kaylughmanda, and I'll see you next time.